Yo, what up, guys? We saved it here with three hot news you might not be aware of that is going on right now in Raid Shadow Legends. The first one is the obvious one you see right here. Clan versus clan is counting down and is coming up. It does have personal rewards this time around, and yeah, if your clan wins, all these personal rewards will come to individual, but you might also just want to go for these other rewards as you go along. So this will be sure why personal rewards is special. That means this clan versus clan is the one that you want to spend all your resources on, all your books and everything that you have right now, even the forge, everything. You have to go crazy to get those awesome rewards. And whenever there's a clan versus clan, one of the ways you can win a lot of points in clan versus clan is by pulling shards. So this time around on Tuesday and Wednesday, once it launches, there'll be a 10x event that is also launching along with it. This 10x event will feature 2 champions you can pick up, and let me call them out to see if it's anything that you want. 10x events are usually for end game players. Why? Because it does not increase your chances of getting legendaries or epics. It does not. Your chances of getting those champions, legendaries or epics, still stays the same, 8% and 0.5%. but if you do get that 0.5% chance or that 8% chance of an epic, or no, not an epic now, for the legendaries, it does have a 10 times chance that it will be one of these champions advertised. 10x is a scam, by the way. And yeah, Grazo Iron God from the Void, a Void legendary champion from the Ogrin tribes, is the first one. Let me quickly see what this champion is all about, because even the name, I'm like, what? I don't know who he is. If you went to the Ogrin tribes, you see he's a new champion. That's why that's why it's a 10x, a new champion, new shiny. So if you want to go for this champion, he's a Void affinity champion. That means you need to pull your Void shards on the 24th, not on Tuesday. This is the champion that is available on Wednesday. I don't know why I'm calling him first. Maybe because he's the one that is most players will want to go and check out. I'll not go through his kit. Just check 10x is for endgame players. You know whether you want to get him or not. I'm not gonna underrate him or overhype him because I do not know about him. All I know is 10x is a scam. And yeah, so if you want to go for this champion, go ahead and try to pull your void shards on 24th, that's the Wednesday, and help your clan win awesome rewards for CVC if that's your aim. You'll be getting some legendaries along the way or some epics along the way, and it will give you points towards CVC. That's the whole point of this 10x event on Tuesday and Wednesday, to help you boost your CVC points. If you cannot spend time in the Spider 24 or Spider Hat 10 to give your clan points that way, or begin to spend gems in 3v3 arena, that's also a way to give your clan a bunch of points. There are many ways, but if you're a whale, a spender, go for this guy. Help your clan get some legendaries, and put each legendary you get during the 10x like this gives you at least 30,000 points, right, for CVC. So that's the whole point of this 10x. New champion that when he came out, I didn't even review this champion. I'm waiting for the day I'll obtain him into my account. Then we can dive into his skills. Then we can begin to see if it's a good pull or a bad pull. For now, I'll be looking forward to your reviews about this champion. I don't want to take your time and check out. I'll begin to judge a champion I know nothing about. I don't like, you guys don't like when I do that. Begin to underrate champions that are obviously good. So let me not talk about him. Kovis the Corruptor is the champion that will be available on Tuesday. He's from the Secret Order faction, and let's see, where does he belong? He's new too, right? Kovis. He's not that new. He's been around. I've seen this face before. This big I've seen this face before, right? So he's a weird one. He's a weird one. I also do not know his skills, but I just know that his character design is unique. It's unique. Being from the Secret Order, you do not expect them to look like this. You don't expect them to look like this. So his character design was the one that called me out, caught me off guard when he was released into the game, and up to today I still think it's awesome to look at. All right, so that's this champion that will be available to be picked up by pulling ancient shards and sacred shards on Tuesday. If you're an endgame player trying to get this champion for some content in your game, you need him so bad, or you just want to get copies of him to max him out with duplicates, go ahead and pull your shards up to get your clan some CVC points. That's the first piece of information. These 2 champions are available as a 10x on 23rd and 24th respectively. All right, what's the next piece of information that is available right now pertaining to Raid? It's the biggest one we've all been waiting for the past 3 days. I think since Raid did their update, this feature has been done. And what feature am I talking about? RSL helper. Boom, RSL Helper. What you see right here is a brand new software. It's still RSL Helper, but a brand new one put together by FabStops as usual. And version 3 is no longer supported. That's what you should know. Version 3 has now been retired, and this you're looking at right now on the screen is called version 4. So if I should pull it up on my screen, let's see how it looks. Version 4.01.15 but it's still version 4. This is the first. It has been in beta testing all this time. It was available for most people to download and test and give their feedback, but right now it can be and creating version 4 and still be supporting version 3. So he gave up on version 3 and decided to now say, okay, version 4 is ready to put out to the community because they've made all the tweaks, all the changes. And if you do see a bug, anything that you don't like that doesn't go right while you're using it, you can always head over to their Discord and ask them or give them screenshots, and they'll be able to respond to you. Now, I just downloaded it. Obviously, you have a previous version. There should be a way where you can export all your details over to this new one. So before I tell you to uninstall your older version, you should probably look into doing that if you have some settings, some presets, or anything that you want to carry over to this new one, because installing this new one will require you to uninstall the old one, whether it's version 3 or version 4 beta. Especially, you need to uninstall all version of RSL Helper before you get this new one installed. So if you're new to Raid and you're wondering what the software is, it's basically an RSL Helper. It allows you to play Raid more efficiently, so you can step away from your system and things will be happening automatically. It's like an auto clicker but more advanced. Let's call it an advanced auto clicker. So that's the way to look at it. So RSL Helper can help me do campaign. That's some of the key features that I'm looking for. So if I say, let's see if I still remember how to set it, because this is an entirely new setup. So running mode, multi-level XP, that's what I want to do, right? Set food. This is not a tutorial for RSL Helper. There are videos out there you can check. I just want to see if the settings are still the same in this new version, if all my key features that I use and love will still be carried over, or they added some new things that are now more better. With time we'll all figure it out. So if I wanted to take 2-star champions, I don't have a lot. Okay, 3-star champions, I have a lot of them. How many? 33-star champions, right? I want to make all of them 29 or 30 like I normally do. I'll say auto select, and right now it has selected 3-star champions right here. You can manually select them, no problem. Let me see. It did not select them. I thought it normally selects them. Let me select level limit first of all to see if that's the problem. It will stop at 29 for 3-star like I want it to. Oh, it did select them. So all these have been selected. Let me unselect. Yes. So when you select now, it becomes smaller. When you deselect it, it becomes bigger. So all these smaller ones have been deselected, while these bigger ones are selected. No. I don't know the difference. I thought it was yellow before. Why did they change that color? You should bring it back. Just make it yellow so we know what is selected and what is not selected. So selecting something makes it smaller, while deselecting make it much bigger. So is it up to 30? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. I shouldn't doubt it. It's up to 30. It has selected 33-star champions that I want to take to what? 29. And all I have to do is come over here, auto refill if I want to use my energy and gems to, you know, make this auto farming and changing out the champions automatically, and auto selling all this trash gear. That's also one key feature I want to see. And I hit play. I can't hit play right here. You have to always be in the campaign, ready to go, ready to make it happen before you hit play, right? So maybe even put in some 3-star champions to start. That's one of the key things I use RSL Helper for, whether it's in campaign to auto switch out the champions like I did, or whether it's in the dungeons to help me set some presets and farm, and especially in Mino, when I just select this one that says, where is it for Mino? Where is the one for Mino? I'm looking for it. They removed it from here. There's one that let's just takes all my champions masteries to max. That's the one I like to run on Mino. Let's say I want to take this champion and Skull Crown, because I need to get masteries on them before I do a video about them. I want to get masteries on these 2 champions. Let me leave these multi battles. I've left. Okay, Mino is now right. So if I turn on multi battles, Mino was not there. I had to come to Mino for it to show. Is that a new feature? Let me go away from Mino again and see what happens. I go to campaign. The Mino is still there, right? So what made it disappear the first time when I was on campaign? I don't know. It's a new feature, but I've seen it. I was looking for it. But that's some of the things I use RSL Helper for. Campaign farming, automatically switching out the food, selling all the trash gear. And of course, it has a much better filter than this in-game filter that Playroom just released, which people don't seem to like. And of course, you never run out of multi-battles when you're using RSL Helper. So it's still a neat feature. It's good that Raid is now adding some features like that we've been seeing in RSL Helper into their game. For those who play on mobile, you can always use those Raid features to auto sell or auto switch out champions. But for me, even with those Raid features, I told you in that video, turn it off so it doesn't automatically sell gears that you actually want to keep. So that's something to know, that RSL Helper can be downloaded. In the description of this video, I'll put their link to direct link, because if you just go to Google and type RSL Helper, guess what comes out? A bunch of nonsense. Well, one of them is their GitHub, one of them is other, but none of them is the direct download link. So people still look for ways to download this software, but the best way I tell you is to join the Fabstore Discord channel so you can know whenever there's a new update, new changes, ask questions there. I don't have all the answers because this is a very advanced software and there are lots of things you can do with it, but I don't know about. Another thing that I actually want to check out, because we've all done our shard pulls and we did not record them. So RSL Helper can help you keep a record, accurate track of how many shards you pull, how close you are into Messi. So if I've done like how many shards did I pull this weekend? I think I pulled like 30 or 40 pulls. I'm not sure. I have to check my video that I recorded while pulling those shards, and I have to record it, because while we were pulling, RSL Helper was offline. We did not record our shard pulls this weekend for 2x Ancient. So you can go in there and now type how many shards you've pulled without a legendary or an epic or so. So it will now record that, how many shards you pulled for sacred without a legendary, to record that, to let you know how close you are to that Messi, so you can be much prepared for maybe a 1+1 event. So that's one reason. Another reason why I use it. Basic reasons: campaign, dungeons, Mino, scrolls farming, and keeping track of my shards. I don't do advanced stuff with it, even though I one day need to learn and all this other stuff that you can do for now. All right, that's the next news that I had for you, that is now available right there. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description so you can download it. Now for the final information that I wanted to drop for you guys is about the fusion. Yes, whether you like it or not, a fusion is still going on. Don't get carried away with all that is going on in Raid right now, although it's totally worth getting carried away over. I'm talking about the Raid Call of Arbiter that is going on and all the rewards it's giving us. Still remember that a fusion for Jetney the Giant is ongoing. I did come across a player who was using her in PvP, and yes, she's actually a giant. She was taller than every other champion in the lineup, and yes, so now I see why they called her a giant. In my initial review of this champion, I was like, why is she a giant? I didn't understand that her character design like this looks small in the picture, right? But in game, she's huge. She's taller than any champion in your lineup. I tell you, check it out. And so she's the fusion is still going on. I see that red line that I put right out there is because that's the day. We are currently at Monday, and if you have been doing the fusion religiously, following up, you should be about 80 shards. I mean 80 fragments today. 80. Why? Because we still have only 10, well, a little bit more than 80. 115 is the total, so you should be a little bit more than 80, maybe 85. So if you had 85 fragments today, then you complete 10 more, you should be at 95. 10 more, you should be at 105, and 10, I think is, I don't know, but I know I'm at 90. I know I'm at 90. Why? Because I pulled for both champion chase and I skipped out on summon rush. I'm at 90 because I also won some fragments from champion chase, and I won fragment from classic arena 1. So me winning those fragments kind of threw my count off, and I don't know how many you should be at, but this is an opportunity for you to go in there and begin to do your count, knowing that there are just how many events coming up next? 3. Why did I say 3? Because I've completed all the events and tournaments that are available right now. I've completed classic arena. I've even completed the ongoing champion training because I don't want anything to catch me off guard. Yes, I don't like things lingering Although the best time for you to complete champion training will be, the best thing for you to do is wait till tomorrow. Why? Because during CVC, you can begin to do those campaign farming and take your champions to 40, 50, 60. It will help you give points during CVC. So yes, by all means, wait for CVC to get that done. I have my means of getting my CVC points high. That's why I decided to do it today, so it doesn't hang over my head. I didn't use energy. I used brews to get me to this point. And that's it. I'm done with it. So I can now relax and focus on other things. Although it's an entire 3-day champion training, I still decided to go for it today. But I'm letting you know that it's not a smart thing to do. Another smart thing that you can do is wait. When Spider launches tomorrow, don't go crazy. Yeah, the Spider is going to launch tomorrow, being a Tuesday. You see, it doesn't have anything aligned with it in terms of dungeon diver. So you might want to wait for the Spider an entire 2 days of not doing Spider. Don't touch the Spider. Maybe you want to do champion training a little bit, because that's a lot of points, right? About 6,000 points to get to that point. It's not that much, but this is when I'm gonna be touching the Spider. I'll use the Spider and the Dungeon Divers 3 to get my last 10 fragments that I need. I should be getting 15 fragments, including artifact enhancement, but like I said, I want 2 extra fragments. So that's why my fusion plan kind of went crazy and went like I'm ahead of people. I know that there are a lot of people who have completed everything because they did complete Summon Rush and complete Champion Chase, and you might have obtained her by now, but maybe even pull her during CVC. Is it possible for us to pull this champion during CVC? It's not, because if I get Wednesday, I start Spider on Wednesday, I'll still be short of 5 fragments. You see, they move Dungeon Divers to Thursday, so there's no way I can get her early that morning. Dungeon Divers will give me 5 extra fragments. Else I would have loved to pull her during CVC, but I do have some champions saved up in my fragment summoning portal if I need to pull that to help me get points during CVC. But it would have been nice to get her during CVC, right? But instead you will be getting her by the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So there are just a few days left right here for these fragments. So I'm encouraging you to come on right here and log in and see how many fragments you're short of. 5, 10, 15, 25 fragments should be what you need right now to complete this fusion. 25 events is what is left, including champion training, Spider, Dungeon Divers and artifact enhancement. 25 should be what you're less of. To reach 100, it might even get you above 100 if you want some events and tournaments. So that's the 3 pieces of information that I wanted to share with you guys. RSL Helper is open. Go download it, link in the description. Jetney the Giant Fusion Fragment Fusion is not over. Go in there and count how many fragments you have right now, because you still have an opportunity to win Spider or win champion training if you're short of any fragments, if you've missed out on anything. So because Dungeon Divers and artifact enhancement 3 does not have anything extra for you to pick up. Events do not have anything extra. So what else is coming up in raid? I think that's all the information I put together in this video to share with you guys right now. Thank you all for the love you showed to that my shard pool video, the awesome one for the noob to pro, and yeah, for my main account also. I look forward to your feedback on this one also. Later guys.